Bro, Nomura need to quit playing, cause like ain't no way. Ain't no way he's actually trying to end this series in the next few years. There's no way, right? 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 And before we get into the topic at hand, I just want to hear from y'all. What do y'all think is going to happen with the Kingdom Hearts series going forward? Do y'all think this is really going to be the end, or do you think Square Enix is going to have other intention? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get into the video. What's up, y'all? Solai here, and I know I'm a bit fashionably late to this. I think this topic is like probably about 2 days old now, maybe 3. I forget. I've been a bit busy these past few days. But I did want to hop on here and talk about the recent Tetsuya Nomura interview that he had with Shonen Jump. Because man, it's time for some uncomfortable conversations. So generally, in the interview, they were really just asking Tetsuya Nomura about like the process of going through the story with like voice actors, talking about like the story and how, you know, it could be a bit hard for like new players to get into the series because there's so many games at this point. But the biggest takeaway with this interview is towards the end, Nomura actually says, and I quote, "If this isn't a dream, then I only have a few years left until I retire. And it's looking like, will I retire or will I finish the series first? However, I'm making Kingdom Hearts 4 with the intention of it being a story that leads to the conclusion." Now, that's fucking heavy, bro. That's heavy as hell. No way no way this is like the beginning of the end, bro. There's just no way. So it's been 22 years since Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in Japan, since the series was started. So this series has been going on for a good minute, of course. And obviously, you know, I wouldn't really want this series to go on forever, because if it does, after a certain point, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And Nomura wouldn't even enjoy working on it. Nobody would really enjoy the series anymore. It would be a shell of what it once was, and it would have to just end after a certain point. And honestly, you know, I don't think it's really a bad thing for Nomura to want to like get in the preparation phase of wrapping up the series, because again, we've had a very long run with these games. Like, it's again been 22 years. I think that's a good amount of time for one game series to be going on for, and for it to not actually like diminish in quality over time. Now, honestly, if you ask me, even once the series is over, like let's say Kingdom Hearts, let's just say Kingdom Hearts 7, 8, whatever, you can say whatever title, that game comes out, they defeat the Master of Masters, Sora is back with everybody, it's all, you know, the series is over, whoop-de-doo, right? Definitely that wouldn't be like the last Kingdom Hearts video game that we receive, I personally believe. Kingdom Hearts is one of Square Enix's top selling series. It's literally right up there, if not bigger than Final Fantasy. I think that's a debate right there. I'll actually pull up the stats on that, but I want to like bare minimum, regardless of if I'm correct on that or not, Kingdom Hearts is one of Square Enix's most valuable IPs. Square Enix and Disney. This isn't even just Square, it's Disney as well. That is one of their most valuable IPs. So honestly, if we're being serious, like they'd be ridiculous to not keep making content for those games. Like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if once the story is over, or at least at some point in these next few years before the story is actually over, we could end up getting that Kingdom Hearts MMO that people have been asking for years. Granted, that could end up just being what Missing Link just turns out to be, realistically. Like that, I think Missing Link is probably gonna be the closest thing to like a Kingdom Hearts MMO we're going to get, potentially, until that actually gets released. But hey, who knows what the future holds, all right? Now, with me reading this, I don't think it could be all doom and gloom, because further back in the interview, Nomura says that he actually has people that have never, like, he has staff who have not been involved in the Kingdom Hearts series before, and like he's having them like help write the scenarios out. Obviously he ends up editing the stuff to his liking and how he wants the story to play out, but it seems like Nomura is actually trying to get an idea of how other people can handle writing the series, which that in and of itself is actually a very interesting idea. Because if y'all have played the Kingdom Hearts games and y'all play other JRPGs as well, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's anybody else that writes stories the same way that Nomura does, right? Like, I can't really describe it too well, but Nomura kind of has like his own secret sauce that he uses whenever he writes these games. Now, some people would say that's a detriment to the series. Other people would say that's one of his shining qualities. Me personally, it's flawed. It's definitely flawed. He's human, you know, like it's not going to be perfect every single time. There's going to be some duds. There's going to be some bad writing here and there. There's going to be some things that are left like unexplained or not explained properly enough. But I think that's kind of like the magic of it, you know, like I feel like that really helps accentuate the story, really. But essentially the point being, I think he could be trying to ease us into the idea or concept of other people writing for the series that isn't himself. Now, that is something that I definitely will have to, I'll come back to this like whenever Missing Link and Kingdom Hearts 4 finally come out. But other people writing for the series could definitely either be one of the best things that could happen for the games or one of the worst. Because again, like I said, Nomura has his own writing style. He writes the stuff how he wants, and you can very much tell whenever he handles a project like Kingdom Hearts or like FF7 Remake. Like, I'm honestly kind of on the fence about it. Because writers could come in and with Nomura's coaching, they could really get an idea of what Nomura wants for the series while still keeping it true to the series, but also giving it its own new kind of, not fresh coat of paint per se, but giving it new perspectives essentially, or it being able to be interpreted like kind of a different way, right? So honestly, I would just have to wait and see what they do with this, or what the writers do with the games going forward. Again, Nomura does edit them still, so at the end of the day, it is mostly Nomura. Well, not mostly, it is still Nomura, like, you know, putting his pen to the paper and putting out the final product essentially. But he's kind of just he's trying to get an idea. That's what it comes off to me. He's trying to get an idea of like how other people will write the series. And I think I'm fine with that. Different people writing the series, I think could easily be a really good idea or a really bad idea. I think it really just depends on how involved Nomura is and how involved he stays, I guess. Because even if he retires, he could still give his input, or like writers could still get his input. Not obviously not like it wouldn't have to be anything where he would have to be on the clock or anything, but Nomura could easily just, you know, point them in the right direction just a little bit, you know, give them that little push that they need to be able to finish out what they're trying to do. To me, it kind of comes off like they're using this time to find out how other people will write the Kingdom Hearts games, because for sure Nomura is going to be done with these games. Like wherever his conclusion, wherever he's planning the conclusion to be, when we get there, it'll be done for sure. Because he's debating on if he's going to retire or finish the series first. So if he doesn't retire before the series is finished, whatever game he's planning on ending the series on, that's gonna be it for Nomura. Again, I'm thinking that they'll keep the series going, but it just won't have Nomura on to actually like foresee what's going on with the story, and he won't be the main one planning everything out, really. And again, like I was saying before, I think that could be an interesting idea, because, you know, let's say the writers do make the Kingdom Hearts games going forward. Let's say Nomura's not involved. Like, I don't think it's a problem if the writers get on and do their own thing with the story, as long as it, you know, somewhat still remains in the confines of what we've already established. And even still, if they build upon it and it's well written, I'm not going to complain at all. Personally, I think that's perfect. Really, it'll give us a new fresh taste for the series. It could reinvigorate interest in the series. Not to say that there's no interest in the series right now, but it could potentially put the series up on an even higher pedestal than it was right now. So I think at the end of the day, it's very sad, like realizing, man, Nomura really is planning on, like, you know, ending the story. You know, like, it's sad to see a story that you've grown up with for so long actually prepared to finally end. That sucks. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's the creator, man. Like, definitely, I don't think anybody should be mad at Nomura for wanting to make that decision. It's his series. Like, if he wants to end it, he'll end it when he's ready. And I don't think anybody should really tell him otherwise. Even if he's like potentially building up these writers, or they can write the game themselves. If he decides that there really probably shouldn't be any more Kingdom Hearts games, I think that can be his decision. This is all coming out of his head, and I think that's the least they could do to at least respect him as a writer and a creator. But I'm definitely not gonna complain if the story keeps going after whatever last Nomura game we get. I'm gonna be here for the ride regardless. I love this series. It means a lot to me. I've been keeping up with this series at least now for the past, like, maybe like 12 years, man. That's a long time. That's a long time. So, end of the day, I'm looking forward to the future of the Kingdom Hearts series. Nomura, I hope he's able to end the series on his terms, and they don't force him to write stuff that he doesn't want to write, and he's able to just retire and live his life in a very peaceful manner, because he's earned it. He's earned it, you know. He's built up his own legacy. He's done what he needs to, and that's really about it, man. So I appreciate y'all coming out for this little quick discussion video on this Nomura interview. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that the Kingdom Hearts games are gonna go on even after Nomura's last game, or once Nomura, like, ends the series? What do y'all think? Do y'all think the writers are gonna be able to do a good job? I want y'all to tell me in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, of course, and I'm gonna go ahead and catch y'all later, man. Peace.